Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Mildly Interesting. My name is Razzle. And with me today, with us, with me, with you, the viewers, the listeners, with the crew here, everybody, is a very good friend of mine. Very, very funny, talented stand-up comedian. One of the first comedians I met out in Los Angeles. I think, who knows? We've been friends a long time. We've done a lot of cool things together. Please welcome Brady Matthews.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh. You guys are too kind. Please take your seats.
Brady, thank you so much for doing the show.
Thanks for having me, dude. This is cool.
This is really cool, right?
Yeah, I like this.
Cool. Figured
the slippers and everything.
Yeah, you know, we got your size. We got a pair in the back for you.
Yeah.
We'll go get them.
You give those to everyone, though, right?
It's a parting gift.
It's a gift. It's a gift package.
It's a gift package.
Yeah.
We're working on getting those, and we should get little slippers and all of those.
I like that. Just a mannequin's head too.
A mannequin's head.
Yeah, fill it in there.
That's the last girl who ghosted me on Raya. So.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. Brady, thank you so much for doing the show.
Thanks for having me.
I can't remember. I feel like you've done my old show ages ago.
I think we did it at Nerdist.
At the yeah. Up in the Rest in Peace Meltdown Comics.
Yeah.
Up in
Why
there.
did they get torn down again?
I don't know. Money. I feel like
because
real estate.
There wasn't enough nerds.
There's not enough comic books going around. They made all of the comic book movies, and that's it. You know what happens?
Yeah.
What do you do when you run out of material?
What happens when you just you blow your load after Avengers or whatever, the Infinity War? You're like, we're good for like 5 years because we have no fucking clue where we're going with this thing.
I mean,
can I swear?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, sorry.
Sure, you can. I mean, I can't wait for the next one though.
Yeah, I can't either. I mean, sure.
It was a good movie.
It was a good movie. I just like Robert Downey Jr. because he doesn't look like he ages ever in any movie.
Well, I feel like once, was it Iron Man 3 or whatever, where they made him younger?
Yeah, but you can
like
see when they die.
You
can see when they dye his shit. Like when he turns like this, and you can kind of see just a hint of gray. Fucking Tony Stark. Tony Stark.
I feel like he records those in like a closet with a camera, and they just put his face on somebody else's body.
For sure.
Because why wouldn't you?
Yeah, I don't get it though. How come all these guys get to do these like he was Sherlock Holmes, and now you're Iron Man?
Yeah.
Can someone else get a fucking shot? No. Like Ryan Reynolds was like 9 dudes before he was Deadpool, right? Yeah. Wasn't he? He was like Arrow, Green Lantern. Like, huh?
Captain America was the Human Torch guy.
Right, and then they were like, okay, he's a pussy. Let's put in Chris Evans.
Yeah.
I was like, why do these dudes keep getting shots?
It's like Jared Leto is like 19 different. Now he's playing Morbius. He was the Joker. Now he's the Morbius, the vampire guy from Spider-Man.
Did you like his Joker? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't think his Joker was that good.
I don't think Jared Leto's that good.
He's such a weird guy.
He's a weird guy.
I saw him hiking once, and he was going over his dialogue, and someone tried to take a picture of him, and he broke out of character. He goes, "Get that fucking camera out of my face!" And I was like, "What the fuck?"
He allegedly.
I tried to get my camera out to do it, but he was going over his lines. And you're like, you're Jared Leto in front of a bunch of people going over lines.
What do you think?
Yeah, people are going to come up to you, you fucking weirdo.
Was he painted? Did he have green hair? Did he look
No,
like
but he
the
had
Joker?
he had his man bun, his stupid man bun shit.
He allegedly lives in like an old Nazi compound in the mountains.
Sure, of course he does. Where else would you live? If I'm super famous, I'm painting my whole house just to look like a Foot Locker. That's it. Why not?
We're walking in and out wearing stripes.
Yeah.
Like you're the.
I'm always ready to coach. Why are they always wearing? Why are they wearing the coach or no the referee gear? I'm always down to ref.
Because referees know what shoes the athletes should be wearing. We got a foul. He's wearing the wrong sneakers.
Yeah, that'd be a funny sketch if you just show up to like people playing softball and you're in the umpire gear and you're like, sorry, I'm late, and you just start umping.
He's not. We got a timeout.
You just ump anywhere you go.
Not enough heel support on the on the second baseman.
Yeah.
Brady, we like to every now and then have the guest at the top of the episode provide a fun fact about themselves or something you learned recently. Is there anything off the top of your head that you learned recently or a fun fact about yourselves besides painting? Because we'll get into that in a minute.
Fun fact.
Or something you learned.
Something I learned.
You learned anything cool?
Let's see. What did I learn? I learned that if you're going in for an audition for a SAG low-budget feature, don't go. That's it. That's my advice to everyone that wants to get into acting.
What if it's deferred?
What?
What if it's deferred payment?
Don't go. Don't go. Just go Postmate and call it a day.
You'd probably do better.
Or just Uber. Be an Uber driver and then figure it out.
Uber drivers, do you Uber a lot?
A lot.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I like to drink the sauce every once in a while. And
You do like to drink the sauce.
I do, yeah. And so you get into the Uber and you're like,
We should have gave you some sauce because you get real chatty on the sauce.
I do like to get chatty on the sauce. That's for sure. What, am I not chatting enough for you guys? Is this not enough? I had iced tea. All right.
Brady.
Yeah.
You're a very talented painter.
Yeah. Thank you.
Tell us where everybody can find you on social media and what your website is and all of this stuff. So.
Yeah, I just redid my website. It's Brady Matthews art.com, bradymatthewsart.com. And my Instagram is Brady Matthews 32. And then my Twitter is Brady Matthews 13 because I like to make it super confusing for people. But yeah, check it out. There's a lot of good pieces on there. Theo Vaughn, I don't know if, I'm sure you guys know who Theo Vaughn is. He's big with all his podcasts. But my Chris Farley painting that he bought for me like 4 years ago is like his big centerpiece. And it's like, I don't know, it's way bigger than that. But it's pretty big. And so he posted it and people just hit me up left and right for prints or commission pieces. So I've been painting my ass off lately in between doing shows. Like I'll go do a show, then I'll come home and just sit in the patio and paint. So it's a nice, it's nice. It puts extra money in the bank.
And you've painted people from Chris Farley to Steve McQueen to Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, I did Rambo. Yeah, I did Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Gene Kelly. I did, you said Sinatra.
Yep.
I did Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man, Popeye, Bluto. I don't know. It's something like I'm gonna paint Commando next, and I'm gonna paint that picture of Mike Tyson with the cocaine on his nose, which I think is pretty cool because he's all wired out and he's like, he's got the cocaine. So yeah, that'll be fun.
How long have you been into painting?
I started 5 years ago because I just got fed up with everything.
Yeah.
I just was so over it. I was done with really comedy, and I just got into art, and I just started selling art, and I was like, oh, maybe there's something here. But it's so funny because you start doing art, and then you look at like. I saw, what's the guy that was 007, the old guy?
James Bond.
I know James Bond, but who's the guy that played
Pierce
Brosnan. I guess, thanks.
Some of the sauce.
Is that a beer?
Yeah, it's a beer.
Oh, great. My hero. So he, come on, guys. Wasn't water in the first place, tequila. He paints now, so I was kind of like, and then fucking Rocky paints now, like Sylvester Stallone. So I was kind of like, I thought I had something here. Then I said, these guys are painting. I'm like, I'm doing it all wrong.
It's like that book, Everybody Poops. The adult version of Actors is Everybody Paints.
That's delicious. What is that?
It's Modelo.
You bet it is. You bet it is.
Modelo.
Yeah.
What's your favorite beer?
I used to like IPAs, and then I grew up. So, I don't know. I feel like when you're younger, you're like, what's the strongest fucking beer, dude? What do you got there? Is that a 9.5? Fucking shove it in my face. But I want like a light beer, like an Allagash. You know, I want to ease into that buzz.
What? From Chicago, born and raised.
Yeah. Oh no, I was born in Boston, raised in Chicago.
You're born in Boston.
Yep.
Like Boston proper.
Yep, like Weymouth, Boston.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did you move to Chicago?
I moved to Chicago when I was.
Because everything I've ever known about you. Even, from your sleeve with Willis Tower, R.I.P. Sears Tower.
Some girl thought this was Alabama. I was like, bitch, you're retarded. What?
Well, it says Sweet Home.
It says Sweet Home, sure, right. Sweet Home Chicago, not Sweet Home Alabama. Right, if I wanted Alabama, I'd get a bunch of naked white chicks at a fucking Crimson Tide game, you know what I'm saying? It would just say like fucking Roll Tide with the middle finger. Right?
When did you move to Chicago?
I moved to Chicago when I was like 8.
Okay.
Yeah, and then my parents, we moved to San Jose after that. And that was an eye-opener because I've been around basically predominantly all white people.
Yeah.
And then you move to San Jose and it's like, oh, a bunch of mixed cultures. Like I just wasn't.
That's Texas.
No,
Where's San Jose?
San Jose, yeah.
Where's San Jose?
San Jose, California.
California?
This guy probably thinks Sweet Home Alabama.
I'm the guy,
What do we got going on here?
San Jose.
Can we get him a beer? He doesn't drink, but fuck it. Let's start today.
Today's my first drink.
Yeah.
I remember my first beer. Well, cause the reason I said that is because I feel like I had a layover in Chicago not too long ago, and I seen you post on Instagram saying I'm at home or at my mom.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I'll hang out with Brady for the night while I'm trapped here.
Oh.
And I texted you, and I'm like, where are you at? And you're like, I'm in Texas.
Oh, well, my parents moved.
So I'm like, how many times? What do your parents do that they move?
It's confusing.
Were you a military rat?
No, not at all. My dad worked for communications companies, and so he worked for like NEC and Siemens, all boring shit. But
yeah.
we had to move everywhere because he worked for NEC, and so we had to move to San Jose. And nothing like, because I have a twin sister, nothing like walking into, you know how they used to bring like new kids? You were the new kid in school, and they have to, in the middle of class, and they bring you in the middle of class, and they're like, this is Brady, and this is Heidi, and everyone's like, fuck you, dude, right? Like, no one wants to be nice to the new kid. And also, it was like all black kids, and Filipino kids, and Mexican kids, and white kids, and I'm like, what is happening here, right? Like, what is happening? And it wasn't the nicest of schools either. I got jumped a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Everyone liked my sister. They all hated me.
Rightfully so.
Right from the gun. So I was like, dude, I swear to God, I felt like my parents put me in prison for like 2 years and were just like, figure it out.
And San Jose was the last stop?
San Jose, yep. And then we moved back to Chicago.
Back to Chicago. Right.
So, yeah, it was crazy. It was hard to solidify friends, but I think in the long run, it made me adapt to different cultures and just adapt, with whatever you got, especially moving out here to LA. I mean, everyone's fucking crazy. Everyone is legit nuts. Like my neighbors are some of the weirdest, nuttiest people. I'm not making any of this up, right? First time I moved into my apartment, long story short, my neighbor, Irv, who I call Nerv, right? This Jewish guy comes up to my place and he heard I just came in. He goes, hey man, welcome to the neighborhood. I said, thanks so much. He goes, you look like a strong guy.
I mean, you do.
Thank you. Hold on. And I go, when someone says you look like a strong guy, that means you're gonna move some shit. You understand? And I go, okay, yeah. I go, thanks. He goes, I have an air conditioner. He goes, can you help me with the air conditioner? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. I'll help you, because this air conditioner can't be that big. It's like the size of this table. This air conditioner was from 1945, dude. This thing was so huge. It was like I was moving a fridge, and I'm walking down the stairs. I just moved in. And I'm like, motherfucker, dude. And then I put it in the dumpster. I walk away. I hear a knock on my door 2 minutes later, and he goes, hey, question for you. Did I leave my keys in the dumpster? I go, what? He goes, would you be able to get the fucking air conditioner out so I can look for the keys? I go, are you fucking out of your mind? I go, I don't know who you are. I just met you. I think it's Irv, but go fuck yourself. And I shut the door. And that's a true story. Is
that the first apartment you moved to in here?
Yes. No, my second apartment. My neighbor downstairs, this guy's about 500 pounds, cool 500 pounds, right? Walks around with his shirt off like no care in the world, not a problem. Yeah. Comes up, knocks on my door, because everyone decides that I live in a dorm. And he knocks on my door and he goes, hey, Brady, he goes, question for you. Everyone has a question. Always, everyone has a fucking, they come to me like I'm fucking Yoda. And he goes, question, do you do Muay Thai? I go, what? He goes, do you do Muay Thai? I go, no. He goes, all right. Well, he goes, I know Muay Thai, and if you want to go down to the park and ever practice, he goes, I'm always down. I'm like, Steve, what? You'll kill me.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be like, you're huge, but I'll die, and I don't feel like dying. There was another time I was getting my bathroom redone.
Yeah.
This beer is good, by the way. I was getting my bathroom redone, and so I was in my bedroom doing work on the computer, watching porn, and I'm like, and these Mexican dudes are in my bathroom and they're fixing everything, and I hear talking in the hallway, and I walk out and I go, Steve, what are you doing? He goes, oh, place is looking pretty good. It's coming together. I go, get the fuck out, dude. What are you doing? I live in Seinfeld. I legit live in the Seinfeld atmosphere.
Do you still have your big dog? You had a really
I got a 100-pound pit bull who is. It's the best. He's the best. But we're taking care of, Thomas Dale?
I do.
So we're taking care of his dog, and he named his dog Truth.
What?
Was Fred not taken? It was not available? What the fuck?
Truth?
Name's it Truth, so I renamed it Rhino because I love Ryan Sandberg from the Cubs, so I call him Rhino. So I don't call him by his real name.
Yeah.
Anyways, this dog's an asshole.
Does he respond?
Not at all. He doesn't respond to his stupid name. He's just an asshole. So he shit twice on the carpet, shit twice outside on the patio. And Thomas hit me up. He goes, is he doing good? And I'm like, I said, you said he was house trained? And he goes, oh yeah. I go, where? Where? In the fucking zoo? Because he shit everywhere. So
yeah.
And my dog can't stand him. Like, he lets him know, like, back the fuck up. But,
what kind of dog is it?
It's a beagle pit bull mix.
Okay.
Yeah. It's cute, but it's 7 weeks, and when a dog's 7 weeks, man, all it wants to do is eat everything and bite you, and you're like, fuck out of here.
Yeah, I don't have any dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's hard for me to remember.
You have any animals at all?
No, I have 3 roommates. I have Dave Wade.
So you have technically animals.
Yeah. It's hard for me to remember to feed myself, let alone have to take care of something.
Is that how you get so skinny?
Yeah. Well, that and I vomit after I eat.
Totally. Yeah. But you eat pretty clean though, right?
I do. I'm pretty much just eat like proteins. Like I don't eat a lot of.
When is the last time you went to McDonald's?
Good question.
We should just stop tape right there.
It's a good question. Maybe I don't know, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
What'd you get? A salad?
Well, no, I got a Big Mac because my roommate had never had a Big Mac before. So he did a video. Yeah.
Is he from this country?
No, yeah, he's from Kentucky, and he's never had a Big Mac. So he got a bunch of us, and we all had like Big Macs, and he filmed it and he made like.
Did he love it?
He enjoyed it.
Why are they so fucking good?
They're good.
So good.
What's your go-to McDonald's food?
I mean, listen, I'll get like
Big Mac?
I'll get a 10-piece and 2 cheeseburgers.
The chicken nuggets are so good.
Because you got to finish the cheeseburgers and then you dip into the nugs.
Dude, the nuggets are so good.
Yeah, you know what has a pretty decent, like if it would, kind of decent food? Starbucks. Their little steak wrap things.
I don't go to Starbucks.
Of course you don't. I got this little steak wrap thing, but why is it so hot? Like you ever had Hot Pockets? Like the Hot Pockets, but why do they get so hot? You know what I mean?
Because that's
like
the
molten
name.
lava that you put in your mouth. You go, whoa! Like you just make noises you never made before.
Because they put them in that little cardboard tinfoil sleeve.
Right. And it's hot as ball. What is it? In case they pass the sun in NASA? Jesus.
Brady.
Yes.
You and we will get in discussions a lot about
conspiracy
stuff.
I love it. Everyone thinks I'm nuts, and I am. But
I mean, some would argue that's the truth.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? Do you have a new conspiracy now? Because I feel like you always have a new one.
That is good. That's good. Oh, Antarctica, where there's aliens in Antarctica.
Is that yeah?
Yeah, they have bases. You know, we've only looked at like 5% of Antarctica. Do you know that?
Is that a real thing?
That's true. Google that shit. We've only looked at like 5% of Antarctica. Also, I didn't know we've only looked at like 5% of the ocean. We don't even know what's down that.
Dan, I will agree there.
You know, but what are we doing? Well, got time. We're spending billions of dollars on NASA's equipment. Why can't we get into the ocean? No, let's go put a telescope in pictures of Jupiter.
Well, we just found out that there's a lake under the surface of Mars, which is awesome.
Great. What are we gonna do with that?
Nestle.
Where do we go?
Bottle it and sell it. The new Fiji water. I would pay a lot of money for a bottle of Mars water, to drink Mars water.
You would drink Mars water?
1,000%. Do you know why?
That's some weird ass shit.
Because there's a chance of getting superpowers.
Oh, that's a good point. Okay, if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Telekinesis or magnetism? What about you?
It's like he knew that right away.
1,000%.
Telekinesis or magnetism? Next question.
Because here's the deal. With both of those powers, you get multiple powers. Telekinesis, you can move objects and you can make yourself fly. Magnetism, you can move objects and make yourself fly with metal boots like Magneto. I want to fly, but I also want to be able to move shit around the house.
I want to be invisible.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's it?
Totally. Just because I want to catch my girlfriend cheating. How dope would that be, right? You're just in the room where she's hooking up with the other guy, and then you go over to the guy and you just fucking rip his dick off.
According to Quora.com, Antarctica. According to Quora.com, whatever website that is, it could be made up. It says Antarctica is pretty much fully explored. So I have to tell you.
Okay, well maybe I was thinking of the water. I mean, Jesus.
I will say the water.
On my computer, fine. Fine, we're gonna talk facts.
Your computer's been compromised.
It has. I don't even have a computer.
My computer's being shadow blocked by the real Antarctica.
What is your favorite conspiracy?
It's a good question, because I will say I'm a big proponent of the study of the ocean as well. Only 3 people, if I remember correctly, 3 people have been to the actual bottom of the ocean, 2 of which were down in the bottom of the ocean, the Marianas Trench, like in the 60s, a long fucking time ago. And the third person, and I'll look this up next time you start talking, the third person was recently, and do you know who the third person was to go to the bottom of the Marianas Trench?
Ashton Kutcher.
Close. James Cameron.
Yeah.
And it's like we're on this, this is a flat Earth, but we're on a globe.
I like this, by the way. You guys did a good job of this.
We're on this ball hurtling through space that we live on. And we're spending so much money on new technology going to other planets.
Right.
When we don't even know. I mean, just up until 8 years ago, they thought giant squids were extinct.
Yeah.
Then one washes up on shore?
Right.
That's bananas.
Well, someone got fired.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Steve, you had one job. You lazy dick.
yeah. There's a giant squid. Like,
What is that?
who's to say there's not other creatures down there?
I totally agree. Who says that there's not alien life forms? I mean, have you seen some of the shit that's down there?
Abyss?
You ever seen a blowfish? Come on, man. The thing's just got like, it looks like a lava lamp, or but rounder. I don't know.
The things that are down there
Are weird.
And then you ever see these fish that have like the little light bulbs?
Yeah,
And then
that's
they
what
have
I'm
like
saying.
they have like fangs.
That's what I'm saying.
Guy.
Do you think aliens
scary.
thought about coming to Earth and they're like, have you seen what they did down there? Do you know who their president is? And then they just leave.
It's scary because it's 3/4 of the planet
Yeah. Yeah, I know, man.
that we don't know anything about.
Yep.
That we don't know most about.
Let me. There's a totally separate subject.
Yeah.
For some reason, I
No,
thought
let's
of
do
this.
it.
Have you seen the show Terror
No, what is
on
this?
AMC?
No,
You haven't seen it? Has anybody else seen that? You guys seen the Terror? Oh shit. See?
they're after us.
Gross.
That's what happens when you talk about when you get close to the truth.
It's not even a good story, but I thought maybe you saw it and we could talk about it. It's good. It's about in the like early 1800s they go to explore Antarctica or whatever, and their boats suddenly just get stopped in ice, which they're wooden fucking boats. And they have to get out and try to survive, but some sort of like ghost or something is hunting them down.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool. Yeah, check it out. Everyone just tuned out.
More people have been to the moon than have explored the Hadal Deep. Here's some facts here. Mount Everest would fit inside the deepest trench, the Marianas Trench, with room to spare. And then only 3 people have ever made it to the bottom of the Marianas Trench. Ready? Mariana, not Marianas.
Wait, the Marianas. Wait, that's the deepest
Mariana is the deepest,
point.
from what I understand, the deepest point on the ocean, in quotes.
Right.
Ready? 2 scientists aboard the Trieste in 1960, okay? 1960, 2 people went down there. And nobody went down there again until 2012. And that was James Cameron in 2012.
Didn't they have a document?
He probably filmed it.
Yeah, filmed the whole thing, obviously.
He's James Cameron. Why else would you go down there unless
Yeah.
you're filming? It's like he's the epitome of selfies. Like on Instagram, you do things so you can take photos.
Right.
He's like, I'm gonna go to the bottom of the ocean and take photos.
Yeah, he's pretty narcissistic, that's for sure.
3 people in however many years that is. I'm not a
Yeah, I
mathematician.
don't think a lot of people want to go to the fucking bottom of the ocean.
Do you think it's because they're afraid of what might actually be down there?
Totally. What about that movie with Ed Harris and Sharon Stone?
The Abyss.
The Abyss. Ugh, no thanks, dude.
By James Cameron.
There you go. Yeah, didn't he do Titanic too?
He did.
What's going on with this guy? Make more Terminator shitty movies.
I mean, he didn't make the shitty Terminator movie.
That's true, yeah.
He made the 2 good Terminator movies.
They're remaking Terminator again.
And guess who's producing that?
Who?
James Cameron.
Oh, okay.
And they all take place in the ocean.
But I think it's so weird when you see
Water, Terminator 3, water.
Yeah.
Terminator 9.
Terminator 8, Titanic rises. You're like, what? Why do they keep bringing back Schwarzenegger in all these Terminator movies? He looks older and older. I thought he didn't get old. That's the whole thing.
Well, they keep aging him, right?
Totally. I mean, he keeps aging him. I mean, he's getting older. Can I get another Modelo? Yeah.
So when did you move? You moved here from Chicago. When did you move to LA?
I moved to LA in 2008.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you moved here for comedy? What did you move here for?
I moved here for acting, but I was doing acting for like 3 or 4 years at Playhouse West in North Hollywood, and it's cool. But I was like coming out of class always depressed. Like it's so like Meisner's like it's so intense.
Yeah.
To where I just wanted to do comedy. I would walk out of class and want to kill myself. I was like, I don't want to do this.
Have you watched the show Barry?
Uh-uh.
Oh, Barry's great. It's Bill Hader about a hitman who wants to become an actor.
Oh,
and it's
really?
Awesome. The actors on that show are so actory.
I heard it's really good.
It's really good. So you moved out here for acting.
I moved out here for acting, and then I got into stand-up at like 2010.
Okay.
And I had no business being on stage because that was garbage.
Yeah.
But I won a comedy competition, and then I went to the Seattle comedy competition and did pretty good there, and got an agent and a manager, and it was over from there.
Yeah.
But then I tried to get past.
over.
I mean, then I just bombed for 3 years.
Yeah.
And then I tried to get past the Comedy Store, and Mitzi said that was the worst performance she's ever seen in her life, which felt great.
Yeah.
So then I just after that, I was like, can I at least answer phones?
Yeah.
And they said, sure. So I answered
so you
phones.
became a phone guy?
Phone guy for like 4 years. And then Louis Anderson saw me perform and they passed me.
Oh, wow. So you're passed at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Is your name written on the wall?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
Yeah, it happened 4 years ago.
I keep writing my name on there and they paint over it.
They paint over it? You're using a weird font, probably.
It's not the handwritten.
Right.
Do you ever wonder, like, I wonder how, like, if you went in there at the dead of the night and did like the same font,
I used to have dreams about it.
How they would notice which names were supposed to be on
I don't know.
Because if you don't know, for those of you that don't know, maybe we'll superimpose a photo or whatever. The Comedy Store is a historic. It used to be owned by Bugsy Malone, right, or somebody. Bugsy Siegel. It's a haunted place.
It used to be called Cyril's. There's a jazz club.
It's a jazz club on the Sunset Strip,
yeah.
And it's one of the most historic comedy venues in the United States. And it's
haunted as fuck.
It's haunted as fuck, supposedly, allegedly.
No, it is.
Okay.
I would answer phones there, and doors would just slam, and I'm like, hello, like scared bitch.
And it's haunted.
Yes.
And the outside, the veneer it's a black building, painted black.
Yeah.
And there's white names written all over it, and those are the white names of comedians that have performed there.
Right. Yeah, it's the best. I think it's the best comedy club in the country. It really is.
If you go on their Instagram every day, they post set lists of the comedians, and they are the best comedians in the business today.
For sure.
Every day.
For sure. Just
every day.
Lights out. And I think the Improv and Laugh Factory really struggle to keep up now because they got new owners at the Comedy Store, and they're just remaking everything.
And they're making everything great.
Yep.
So you got passed at the Comedy Store.
Yep.
And then you got into painting, and you do impressions as well. Like you almost made it on SNL, and you didn't.
Yep. Went and tested for SNL, which was the best experience of my life.
Yeah.
The scariest experience of my life, but nothing like being up in that sound booth at SNL, and they're like, all right, what music do you want to play? And you're like, what? Because in one of my bits, I have where it was a character that I had. His name's Terry Lucas, which I'm selling the script for.
Yeah.
He dreams about being a stripper, but he works in a toll booth. So he's working in the toll booth, and like a car pulls up, and he's like, "What's up, man? 360." Gets the money, and then when the car drives away, he pushes play, and he just starts fucking dancing in the toll booth, and then he'll stop, and then the car pulls up. He's like, "What's up, man? 360," and he just does that whole thing. So that was one of I had them put music on for it. Well, I went out and I did my routine, and I end with that. And they fucking didn't play my music.
No.
Yep.
What music did they play?
Nothing.
They didn't play any music?
Nothing. How the fuck am I gonna do the bit? They wanted to see if I could improvise. So I took my phone out. I grabbed the microphone, and I just put it like right here, and the fucking microphone fell off. So I had to put the thing back on, and I'm like this. And they're all just sitting there, and I just start fucking dancing again. And I pour water all over me, and I rip my shirt off. And I really went for it. I said, fuck it. It felt great, man. I felt so good.
Because you did, like, you got close, I remember.
Yeah, I went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Went to the Super Bowl, and I don't know.
I mean, that's a feat in itself. That is some form of...
Right.
That's definitely a affirmation that you're talented and that you know what you're doing type of a thing.
But then,
look at this. Speedy delivery.
Full service.
Corona this one.
Thank you. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Really cool.
Yeah, it was great.
I mean, you're good at impressions. Do you think? Let me ask this.
I don't do a whole lot of them anymore. Sometimes I'll do it if I have to do longer sets on the road.
Do you think moving around a lot? Do you think going from high school to high school, from city to city, do you think that helped shape maybe your humor for breaking the ice, or your ability to adapt into situations and deliver?
Oh, for sure. I think it definitely helped me adapt to just being around different kinds of people.
Yeah.
Especially in LA, dude, because everyone's so into themselves.
Isn't it wild?
And it's insane. Like, have you guys seen that what is it? Paul Smith building with the pink Paul Smith building?
Yeah.
Everyone takes the selfies, and I'm like, every time I see that, I just want to throw up.
There's a yellow one on Fairfax where it's just a yellow wall.
And people just all they do is.
I want to make a documentary. I want to make a mockumentary of people in LA going to different walls in different colors and just taking pictures.
It's insane. My girlfriend.
Hey, did you hear? There's a green wall on Vineland.
My girlfriend took me to this thing downtown LA called the Happy Place.
That's
you
fun.
Heard of this?
I've been there. It's pretty funny, but it's cool.
What?
Place. It's a cool place. It's a neat place.
They should call it the unhappiest place ever.
It's a
Dude,
neat
I walked
place.
in and I was like, this is my fucking nightmare. Nightmare. It's like, oh, look at the wall with a bunch of rubber duckies, and you have to wait in line to take a picture in front of it?
I will say,
Are
hold
you
on.
crazy?
I will say, I went with a very famous actress friend of mine, so we got to cut in line and we got ushered through it. So that was.
Who did you go with? Demi Lovato? Too soon. My bad. I walked into that.
No. But you know, she'll be fine by the time this airs. So people will be like, "Oh, what happened?" People forget.
Dude.
People forget so much.
Heroin,
in this town.
schmeroin, dude.
Yeah. Don't do drugs, kids. I'm kidding. Do them. This network is funded on them. Do them all the time.
Just bust open some lines here.
Yeah. This is all a giant lie.
This is all coke.
Do you smoke weed?
Occasionally.
Andy does, right? Andy does a lot. Andy's a friend of ours who was going to do the show with Brady here.
Andy does a little bit of everything, if you will. Let's just say he's got his hand in a lot of different cookie jars.
Andy is a very funny friend of ours that was gonna co-do the show with Brady.
Yep.
And you know, he
What? Andy's not here? I'm not surprised at all. At all. Guy doesn't have a car.
We were talking before we started filming. I brought up pyramids because you asked what other guests and I have talked about.
Right.
And you said you love the pyramids.
Yeah, I think they're just interesting. I'm going to sound like an idiot. And
No,
I'm not even.
no, because I wanted to bring this up because here's something that I've had this bullet point for a few episodes trying to get to, but the conversations are always so great, I never get to it. So say what you're talking about pyramids.
No,
I
I
don't
think it's
I'm
just interesting how there's pyramids all across the world, and they all are relatively the same, but none of these people had communication with each other.
Isn't that wild?
So how the fuck are they all the same across the globe? It's not like there's a messenger that's going to these places. Obviously, someone from somewhere told them what these were, and I think what they look like now did not look like back then. I think they had golden spheres. I think they got most of their energy from the sun, and I think it goes right to the pyramid.
Where is the golden sphere? Where was the golden? Okay.
On top of the pyramid.
Oh, it was a sphere on top of the pyramid?
The pyramid is made of gold. The top point is
that
made
real?
of gold. That's what I read. See, now I sound like an idiot. I don't get it.
Here's something I read. According to theguardian.com, the pyramids were not by, there's some scientists and stuff that said this, the pyramids were not built by slaves, and that many experts agree were made by an elite skilled workers.
Sure.
The ancient Greek historian Herodotus once described the pyramid
Did you see
builders.
that? Did you see it? Did you hear that? He just ran right over it. Greek
It's some vowels.
It's
It's some vowels and consonants. It's Herodotus. Herodotus.
It's Jewish.
Herodotus. Once described the pyramid builders as slaves creating what Egyptologists say is a myth propagated by Hollywood films. Graves of the builders were first found nearby in 1990 by a tourist. Egypt's chief archaeologist, Zahi Hawass, said the finds show the workers were paid laborers rather than slaves. Because, and here's a quote here, no Jews built the pyramids because Jews didn't exist at that pyramid when the pyramids were built. So the pyramids are so old, much like recently there's been scientific finds out that say the Sphinx, I believe, is 5,000 years older than the pyramids.
Oh.
So
that's,
there weren't the
I heard
slaves.
that. I also heard the Sphinx head is a lot different than the one that's on it right now.
Right? Yeah, because
And how the fuck, who's changing heads like back then? They're like,
Well, because it erodes.
That one's not working. Put the other one on that's 3,000 miles away.
also apparently at a distance from the Sphinx is a tomb, a Sphinx tomb that is very similarly built and constructed, where it would have been impossible for just people to do.
Right.
At that
I
age.
heard also all around the pyramids, people dig holes. It's just littered in fucking holes everywhere because people are trying to find gold. All around the pyramids,
They should look at the top of it.
They should. Good callback. What was that guy's name again?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Herodotus. Herodotus.
Yeah, best friends with Jesus.
Do you believe in aliens?
110%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm dating one.
Yeah?
Yep. Oh, she won't watch this.
No?
No,
She doesn't watch
She
everything
watches
you do?
Handmaid's Tale. That's it. Don't bother me.
Here's the thing. Here's something I didn't know. Did you know The Handmaid's Tale is a remake?
I don't care.
It was based on it's based on a book, but the book was a movie in the 90s.
Just start football. I'm just ready for fucking
Yeah?
football. Please.
What do you think of the kneeling?
The kneeling shit?
Yeah.
Go ahead, kneel all day.
Yeah.
Just score touchdowns. I don't
Yeah,
give a
you're
shit.
a Bears fan.
Kneel, do jumping, do whatever you want. By the way, did you know like 10 years ago they didn't even film, or they didn't have the national anthem even on TV?
I knew that.
But now they're like, how do we make money? Oh, that's right, we'll celebrate the fallen soldiers. We'll put that big ass flag out,
Right.
and then we'll have special cleats. And we'll get special uniforms, just like the breast cancer awareness shit.
Pink shoes.
It's all money, baby.
It's all money.
All money. You
And
think they
you-
give a fuck
and you
if you
give
find
them
the
all
cure?
your money.
They don't give a fuck if they find the cure. They can give a fuck.
How many Chicago Bears pieces of attire
It consumes my whole closet.
do you own? Because
Probably
one of our friends had a
200.
birthday party, and so many people wore Chicago stuff there. I almost wore a Chicago Cubs shirt for this episode.
I wish you did.
And I'm not a sports fan. I just
that-
like how it looks.
But that looks good. It fits you very well.
But you own a lot, so you're a big fan of the money in the Chicago Cubs money and the Bears.
I'll
money.
give them all my money. I love the Cubs and I love the Bears.
Where did you live longer, Chicago or San Jose?
Chicago for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny, I used to teach snowboarding there. We had a snowboarding hill. Talk about just debauchery, just complete idiots.
Like the movies, like Ski School.
Totally. I would sit in that little thing. It was so cold out. I would just smoke so much weed.
Yeah.
And they're like, the cable would get screwed up. And they're like, Brady, the cable. And I'm like, what? What? They're like, the cable. I go, the cable. I go, oh, the cable. So I had to go out and like, it's freezing cold and I'm gonna have to try to fix the cable. I used to teach kids how to snowboard. I didn't know how to snowboard.
No?
No. I've taken on so many jobs where I don't know what I'm doing.
What's the weirdest job you've had in your
I used
life?
to teach ballroom dancing.
Shut up.
Swear to God.
Shut up.
Swear to God, it was the fucking worst
you
job.
don't know how to dance?
No, I can fake it like a motherfucker. Yep. I just taught a painting class. You know those sip and paint classes?
Well, that I get because you are a painter and you paint a lot.
But I can't do landscapes
No?
at all.
You don't think you could? Have you tried?
I did, and I got the worst anxiety. And I said something like wispies during the class, and this girl goes, "What's a wispy?" And I was like, "What the fuck? I don't know."
It's a tree, right?
I guess.
Bob Ross?
But yeah, I was like, yeah, that's where I think I got it from. So I didn't get that job back.
So the weirdest job was probably ballroom dancing.
Ballroom
so a lot
dancing.
of teaching. You did
Yeah, it was
a
a lot of teaching. I had to teach like rumba, waltz, foxtrot.
How old were you when you did this?
I was like 19. I was still living.
Okay.
I moved from Chicago to San Jose to save money to move up to LA.
Okay.
So I needed a job. So I was a waiter, and then I would teach ballroom dancing at night. And I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And I would come home stinking like old lady's perfume.
Yeah.
Because all they wanted to do was just slow dance. They didn't want you to show them anything.
Well, because you look like a strong guy.
Sure. Yeah. Wow. Razzle's got all the callbacks. Yeah, I would slow dance with old ladies, and then around like 10 o'clock, everyone leaves, and I get my like $50 and go home, stink like ass. So yeah, I've had a lot of weird jobs.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
I
But I don't know how I get to teaching people.
Yeah, that is interesting. Like you almost put yourself, you exude the type of confidence that it looks like, I guess, that you could teach people things? I don't know.
I just fake it till you make it. That's
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Doing a pretty good job,
Thank you.
you know?
Yeah.
I'm believing 8% of what you say.
Good. That's the most.
You ever, here's something that blew my mind while we wrap up here. I read this today. Coyotes outpace roadrunners.
You're ending on this?
No, well, I'm
Okay.
just, you know,
All right.
I'm just,
Get this fun fact.
that's, you know, it's like my comedy sets. I get the light and I'm like, all right, guys, fuck it, I'm gone.
Okay. Give me the
Coyotes
fact.
outpace roadrunners by 23 miles per hour. Coyotes are faster than roadrunners.
Yeah, it's a cartoon.
I get that.
He's like, did you know Mickey Mouse can't talk
I get.
in real life? Fun fact.
Hey,
it's actually true. It's a true thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coyotes.
Yogi Berra was not a real bear.
No,
No.
but he was a baseball person, right?
That he was. Where do you think they got the cartoon from? What's with your facts, dude? I got you.
Yeah, that's why you're here.
That's true.
Yogi Berra.
Yogi
right?
Berra, but
And
Yogi
who was
Berra.
that? Remind me who he was.
He was the catcher for the Yankees.
Okay. And he was really good.
Yeah, he had sayings like, if you're not first, you're last.
Okay.
Shit like that.
Second.
Real,
Second.
real 20 stuff, you know what I
Second
mean?
place is the first.
If you're not
loser.
first, you're last, see?
And he sounded just like that.
As Babe Ruth was eating hot dogs and banging chicks in the fucking dugout.
How is Babe Ruth looked at as a great
god.
baseball player.
Because there was no Twitter back then. Do you understand?
And he was like 1,000 pounds, and he smoked cigars.
Right.
And he didn't even run. He like trotted to bases.
No, they actually thought it was funny that he would show up to the game hungover. Like the coach was like, "Babe," and he was like, "Sorry, you know."
And was he really good, was he good comparatively?
Best baseball player to ever play the game.
You think
still,
so?
Still to this day.
You think so?
I mean, listen. Michael Jordan is, I think, the best basketball player ever to play the game.
Oh,
I'm
you're
not just saying
okay.
that because I'm a Bulls fan, but I mean, the guy had historic moves that nowadays are not really that great. Like when he had that famous move where he went to go dunk it and then switch the ball and with the left hand, everyone's like, "Holy shit!" And you're like, "That's nothing now, nothing." Like when he shot those 6 3-pointers in a row and was like this to the crowd and everyone just went nuts. It's nothing now, 0. But back then, it was incredible because there was no Twitter, there was no social media. All you saw and read was from the newspaper. I think that's why Babe was so great. He fucking called his shot.
Yeah.
And really, I think he was pointing at like someone to get him some food or something. But I don't think he was calling a shot. But he did this, and then he hit the fucking home run.
You get it right
Wrigley
once.
Field. Huh?
You call your shot once back in those days.
You don't call your shot.
And you get it right.
Listen, if you did that now, if I went up and I called my shot, guess where they're going to throw the ball? Right to my face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But back then, I don't know.
You don't think like LeBron or any of those people are as...
No, here's why I don't have respect for LeBron. If you have to go to another team just to get a couple rings, just to ramp up by your end of your 30s, I'm like, what? That's such a
Yeah, but
bitch.
Jordan Jordan didn't start on Chicago, did he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he got drafted. He got drafted by the Bulls, and then he could have been drafted by Portland, but they fucked up and drafted Sam Bowie, who's garbage. So yeah, no, Jordan, played the whole time, and then towards the end of his career, at like 38, he went to the Wizards.
Yeah, I remember that.
He still had great games too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a huge hot topic right now is LeBron versus Jordan.
It's not even a question.
Yeah.
Not at all.
You're a Jordan
I think
fan.
the one person that kind of comes close to Jordan is Kobe.
Yeah?
Just the way he played. He modeled everything after Jordan. I mean, he came back and his other number was 24. Because Jordan was 23. Yeah, which I thought was pretty cool.
What was Kobe's number before 24?
8.
Where did he go?
Yeah.
Where did he go?
Where did Kobe go?
Yeah, because you said he came back.
Did he get hurt or something? Then he changed his numbers. Didn't he? Is that something? Yeah, something like that. He got hurt and changed his number. But I respect Kobe. LeBron, I don't, because you've gone to 3 different teams now. Like, bro.
But he's good.
Look at Kevin Durant. Like, what a fucking.
But he's good. They're both good, right?
Yeah, they're great. But he's a bitch. He's got to go to the Warriors to win championships. Like,
okay, you mentioned Rocky. You mentioned Stallone. So let's do that. Wasn't there a Rocky movie? It was either Rocky 6 or something like that, where they were doing computer things where they're like, oh, Rocky in his prime versus so and so in his prime.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. I think everyone forgot about that one.
Yeah. Do you think it may have not been a Rocky movie? It
was a Rocky movie.
It was Rocky 6.
Where I don't even remember that boxer's name. He was good at one point, but.
And do you think if they figured out how to, download brains or take enough video footage of both LeBron and Michael Jordan, and they put them at their prime of their 23, when Michael Jordan was in his prime, and took artificial intelligence from Michael Jordan, simulated versus LeBron. Do you think whether or not it's of the time period doing the best thing of their time period versus just playability, like one-on-one of what they know? Do you know what I mean? Like am I making sense?
No. Kinda. I mean, if you're saying...
If you took Jordan and
who
89, or yeah.
I mean, if you're asking me, I'd say Jordan all day.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I know what you're saying, though. I wish that's what happened now, but there's some good young talent that's coming up. There's this kid for Duke. His name's Zion Williamson. And I'm such a nerd because I follow all sports stuff. I was going to go to school for sports broadcasting, and I never did. So, which I wish I did, but... This kid is like the next LeBron. He's insane good.
Yeah.
Insane good.
Zion
Williamson.
Williamson.
And then Riff Raff. You know the rapper Riff Raff?
Yeah.
Have you seen his nephew? Dude, this kid plays for he's a freshman at Georgetown. White kid dunks out the fucking gym. He can shoot like crazy. Riff Raff's nephew. Like, go figure.
Yeah. And he's a great.
And Riff Raff was actually a pretty good basketball player back in the day too.
Huh.
Kill me.
What's your favorite sport?
You know what? I just get I really love hockey, but I'd say football number 1.
Football's number 1. You're excited for the Bears.
I actually am. I'm very optimistic, but I say that every year. Always week one, we're always like, dude, this is it. We're looking good. We made some good moves.
Have they ever won a championship since
1985. That's fine. Did you try to do the math?
Yeah. Well, I don't know the year because I don't know what Super Bowl
Trust
number
me,
we're on.
I could barely tell you.
What number are we on?
85. This is 1985.
No, I understand the year, but what number of the Super Bowls are we on? What was the most recent?
This is I think this is Super Bowl 20. Super Bowl 20.
No, that one's Super Bowl 20 because it's got XX.
Right.
But what was this year? What Super Bowl was this year?
Oh, for 51.
Okay.
51. Yeah.
Where I got 51.
LI. The L.
So comparatively, I mean, how many teams are there in the
league for NFL?
Yeah.
I don't fucking.
A lot.
Why you get me right now?
Well, because you're the
30, 31, 32,
Okay.
right?
So at least they
32?
won one in 50. That's a good odd.
Yeah, I know. But you're not a big football guy, are you?
Nah, I'm not a sports fan.
Right.
Yeah.
Or a beer fan, but you have a Coors shirt on.
Because it looks cool.
Exactly. That's all that matters. And look at your glasses are cool.
Thank you. Yeah, they're brand new.
Are those prescription?
Prescripts, yeah.
Where do you get? Did you say prescripts? Did you abbreviate that?
Yeah, I did.
I'd love to see you order food. I bet you just abbreviate everything. Yo, let me get that spin dip, son.
I mean, prescription's a long word.
I mean, we got some time. Unless we're just trying to shave off for time.
Well, prescript.
We're just going to start speaking in just like
it's like
half
sunnies.
sentences.
What do you say? Sunglasses?
Toads get it. What?
That I get.
Yeah.
It's like it's like texting. You texting, you evolve. It's like I'm not a.
Yeah.
What do you say when someone says? Do you say sunglasses or do you say sunnies?
What?
Do you say? You say
sunnies?
Yeah, sunnies.
Wait, I've never heard. Has anyone heard sunnies before?
Sunnies.
I say sunglasses like an adult.
No. Sunnies.
Sunnies?
Yeah, because they're your sunnies.
Do you still wear underwear? Are you a boxers guy?
I wear boxer briefs.
Okay, you're starting to
I
scare
wear
me.
boxer briefs.
I just say sunglasses.
Yeah?
Yeah. Or where do I put my glasses? Because I don't wear glasses. So I say, So
yeah.
people
See, I
usually
wear.
do.
I have
So you have
both.
sunnies. Then what do you call those?
These are my normals.
Your scripsies.
These are my normals.
Your norms.
My normies.
Sure, your normies.
And then these are my sunnies. And these are prescript.
Yeah. Wait, are those the same glasses except with dark lenses?
I don't know. What's the difference between translucent pink and tortoiseshell?
It's a lot.
There you go.
It looks good though. You
So
pull
they're
it
different.
off.
They're
I cannot pull that off.
They're very different.
Let me see what these look like if I put them on.
Yeah. Look at that.
My prescripsies.
Now, you know what you look like? You look like somebody who went to sports journalism school.
Actually, you know what's funny is I can actually see out of these pretty good. I got that laser stuff done.
You got LASIK?
Yeah, I did.
Really?
Yeah, I got it when I was 30. Yeah.
Were you scared about getting that?
Totally.
Because do you know April Richardson?
No.
She's a
yeah,
comedian.
I do, yeah.
She's a comedian, and she got LASIK done.
She probably went to fucking
And
Tijuana for it though.
I don't know. She was the few percent who, for like a good 15 days, her eyes almost were fucked up.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's
Where'd
because there's
she
a small.
go?
I don't know, but that scares me because
I
I'd like
found
to
the
get
best guy possible and gave him all my money, and I said,
Yeah.
"You have one shot, and that's it."
Yeah.
I got it done, and they numb your eye, and you're awake during the whole thing.
Really?
And they go, and then they flip your lid,
Yeah,
and then they do the laser in there too. I didn't feel shit, and
Yeah.
then they give you those stupid big goggles on, and then they shove you out the door, and they say, "Get the fuck out of here."
Ugh, that scares me.
But it was the best thing I ever did in my life,
Yeah.
ever, because I hated wearing glasses all the time.
Yeah.
So,
That scares me though. My eyes, I cherish my eyes, even
Yeah.
though they don't work properly as it is.
yeah, yep. It's a
Scares me.
gateway to your temple.
Yep.
Sure.
Brady, where can everybody find you on the internet again?
Find my website, bradymatthewsart.com, or find me on Instagram at bradymatthews32, or on Twitter, bradymatthews13.
Brady, thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you for having me.
This was great.
Thank
Love chatting with you always.
People do this after ending conversations. Thank you very much.
It's true.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I always love talking to you. Thanks for watching the episode. Do all the links, click, subscribe to everything Prohibited, all that jazz.
Thank you for the beer.
Drink some beer, smoke some weed, go to Prohibited and go all the sponsors that they have, support them very much. And buy my book, Don't Be a Dick, on Amazon. And as always, pyramids have gold on the top, I guess. Cash for gold, pyramids for gold.
Hormos
There we go.
said that.
Thanks everybody, thanks Brady.
Thank you.